You know that feeling you get when you dive into a game expecting to relive the glory days of classic CRPGs like Fallout, only to remember that, yeah, we've definitely progressed in some departments when it comes to gaming. That was my initial experience with Atom RPG. I spent about 10 hours navigating this post-apocalyptic Soviet Union, and let me tell you, it was a journey full of highs and lows. At first, I was drawn in by the promise of deep character customization and a rich narrative, much like the old-school RPGs that I was fond of growing up. But as I ventured deeper into the game, I quickly realized that this isn't just a trip down memory lane, it's a test of patience and persistence. My imagination wasn't going to fill in the holes that were there, and I didn't have all day to memorize every detail of the game. Right from the start, you're immersed in a world where every decision matters. The character customization is as detailed as it gets, allowing you to shape your protagonist in the way that genuinely affects the gameplay. Whether you're speccing into combat or diplomacy, each choice feels significant. But be warned, the game's transition to mobile isn't without its hiccups. The controls can feel a bit awkward, and cutscenes often lack the polish that you'd expect. Still, if you're willing to push through these rough edges, there's a deep and rewarding RPG experience waiting for you. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be one that sees it through to its end. First, let's start with what works. One of the strongest aspects of this game is its full-scale character customization. Much like in Fallout, your choices and perks and skills significantly influence your experience. Whether you're investing in hand-to-hand combat or honing your speechcraft to navigate tricky dialogue, every decision matters. This level of depth ensures that each playthrough can feel fresh and different, with plenty of room for replayability. The writing deserves special mention. The dialogue is often sharp and feels authentic. The characters you encounter speak in a way that makes sense given the harsh realities of the worlds they inhabit, creating a believable and immersive experience. While there are occasional missteps, the overall quality of the writing adds a lot to the game's atmosphere. Replayability is another key strength. With over 60 hours of content, the game offers multiple ways to approach its challenges. You can choose to talk your way out of situations, craft useful items, or simply bash your way through opponents. This diversity in playstyle ensures that no two playthroughs will be the same, keeping the game engaging for those looking to explore different strategies. Despite its many strengths, the game does have its share of drawbacks. One of the most frustrating issues I encountered during my 10 hours of playtime was the lack of a reliable autosave function. In a game where unexpected encounters with bandits or other dangers can quickly turn deadly, this leads to significant setbacks. You might find yourself losing progress because the game didn't save at a crucial moment, which can be especially frustrating, especially in more challenging parts of the game. Navigating the game's world can be another chore, particularly due to the fog of war on the overworld map. This, coupled with the lack of clear quest markers, can make it difficult to find your way, especially in larger cities. During my playthrough, I found myself wandering aimlessly, struggling to complete quests simply because I couldn't orient myself on the map. Another major issue is the imbalance between different playstyles. The game encourages you to explore various approaches: combat, crafting, diplomacy. However, not all paths are equally rewarding. For instance, engaging in combat typically yields far more experience points than talking your way out of a situation or even just crafting items. This can make it difficult to progress if you've chosen a non-combat oriented focused build, as you might find yourself underpowered when battles become unavoidable. At one point, I was just wandering the wasteland hoping to find a lone wanderer and just kill him for XP. Lastly, the crafting system, though conceptually interesting, feels poorly executed. The menus are cumbersome and it's easy to lose track of what materials you need for the various recipes. This can make crafting feel more of a burden than a useful tool, detracting from the overall experience. In my opinion, you definitely need a controller to navigate the world effectively, and even if you do have one, you'll still find yourself alternating between both for certain actions, such as ending your turn in battle. Speaking of battles, sometimes my character would move after attacking, and this led to me losing out on a follow-up attack. While I'm on the subject, just a quick tip, play on easy because even at the medium difficulty, you'll be randomly crit and killed pretty quickly. In conclusion, this game has a lot to offer, especially for fans of isometric RPGs, who appreciate deep and narrative-driven experiences. The game excels in character customization, immersive writing, and replayability, offering a rich experience for those who enjoy exploring different strategies. I know that there are a lot of cool things that I missed out on this one. However, its clunky controls, lack of modern quality of life features and imbalanced gameplay mechanics might deter some players, and I'm in that boat. If you're someone who loves classic RPGs and can tolerate more than a few frustrations along the way, then this one may be worth your time. But for those who prefer a more streamlined, polished, and more up-to-date experience, it may be a tough sell. If you have any recommendations for me to review, leave them in the comments section below. Otherwise, stay tuned in to Gaming in the Moment.